Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another Dime Store Design. I've been wanting to make another one of these for a little bit, even though no one watches them, shame on you. But we're gonna go ahead and try this again. I've been kind of itching to wanting to do this, trying to stretch my creative juice. We're going to be making a civilization builder. So usually probably some kind of a 4X game. And we're gonna be making that with a sci-fi theme. It's almost too easy. All right, and here we go. A civilization, all right, let's see here. So a civ game. Wow, what was I drawing before this? Nope. There we go, Jesus Christ. All right, so a civ builder with a sci-fi theme. How boring can this possibly be? Let's juice it up a little bit. So when I think of Civ, I think of a 4X, Exterminate, Expire, Excedrin, and whatever the other one is. And then sci-fi, that's a broad term. Sci-fi can be anything from space to Earth and everything in between. So I would want to go, now I've always wanted to make a kind of 4X game set on Barsoom, the John Carter universe, but we're not gonna do that. Instead, here's what we have. So we have our 4 X's, and we're gonna change what the X's mean. Explore, X something, and then X something. And then let's see how the sci-fi works out. Let's exhume. So we're going to explore, exhume, exonerate, which I think is a word meaning to prove someone is not guilty, and we'll come up with this other X later. X-Men? No, can't be. So here's the world that we are creating. We're creating a sci-fi universe with bounty hunters, and these bounty hunters are going to be exploring the cosmos to try to exonerate people by exhuming bodies. So we're going to do, okay, here's what we do. We have some sci-fi Egyptian, kind of a Stargate almost thing. It's a little toy my daughter has. Some sort of Stargate Egyptian where we are trying to find evidence. So we're trying to exhume bodies to prove that certain people in history are not the bad guy. That's what we're gonna do. Okay, so it's a weird theme, whatever. Let's figure out how it works. So every 4X game needs a way to do our first explore. Now, there are different ways we can do this. We can go the Civ way of that. We can go this thing. We can do some kind of freeform thing where we're jumping to jump. Now, the best way to do this, unfortunately, seems like it's going to be tiles. I don't really want to do tiles. I don't want to do tiles at all. Instead, what I want to do, I'm going to take a page out of the Arkham, Eldritch horror book, and we are going to explore, but it's going to be cards. So we are going to have we're going to have a static board. Our static board are going to have various locations on it. Let's see, locations. And there will be ways to jump between them and jump between them, almost as if something happens, and every spot's gonna have a deck of cards, and these deck of cards are going to be some of the various things that happen on those planets. And we will do, we're gonna rip off Mansions of Madness completely. We're gonna have a card, and depending on the X you're trying to take at that location will depend on which part of the card that you use. If you're wanting to explore, you'll do the top. If you're wanting to exhume, don't know how to spell exhume, you're gonna do that one. If you want to exonerate, it's this one. And then if you're wanting to do the other X that we haven't figured out yet, you're gonna do the bottom thing. That's a lot of information to fit on one card, but I think we can do it. I think we can do it. So that's how we're gonna do. So you're gonna go to a place on your turn. You're gonna have 3 actions. You can move, do the thing, and then a reaction. So moving is moving. You can move from anywhere to anywhere, because I don't like limiting. It's space. I mean, what's the difference between going here and going here and going, ooh, way over here? you can move anywhere to anywhere. I don't care. This game is not about moving necessarily. We're just exploring. We're trying to do it. And because we have so many decks of cards and everything, we're going to try to do this right. So we are going to move. And then once you move, you will do the thing, which is what the T stands for, thing. When you do the thing, you're going to do the top, this. And depending on that, will depend on how you can react to it. Reacting could be taking any kind of additional sub-actions, because there's always sub-actions in games like this. All right, so here we go. So here's what we have. We have our board, static. We have our cards that are split into 4s. And we have our 3 things to do on your turn. So let's break down some of the things the cards can do. The cards are going to, when you explore, you are most likely, we're gonna have to get some dice into this, aren't we? So yeah, let's dice it up. You know what? We're exploring, we're doing crazy stuff. We have dice. So we're gonna have roll thing for thing. So your culture or your bounty hunting enterprise is going to have various things you can do, are going to have various things you can do, and you're going to be able to roll for things. There's always going to be a way to mitigate. So you need something in your hand on your player board, because everyone has a player board, on your player board that's going to help you mitigate your die roll. Because if I learned anything, you got to mitigate that die roll. So we're going to mitigate die roll with resources, maybe. And how do we get resources? I don't know. We'll figure it out. Exhume. When we do that, we are going to spend resources to draw from another, God, there's so many decks of cards. This is going off the rails. To draw here, that's going to have something in there that lets you draw. I don't know, this is kind of going nowhere, isn't it? I don't like this. All right, so these aren't all winners. You know what? Fuck it, we're gonna start over. So 4X, sci-fi, explore. I like the idea of the moving anywhere to anywhere to explore. Anyone can do that, that's fine. And then we are going to, I feel like I'm losing it. I'm losing it. I'm really good at this, I promise. We have 3 and some minutes. Okay, so, fuck it, we're gonna have to go back to the other thing. I've already put too much time into it. So if we explore, we got that figured out. We draw the card, we roll the dice, we do the thing. I like that. I like that exploring thing, that's good. The exhume is, that's gonna how you're gonna get resources. And depending on the planet, each planet will have a certain percentage that you can exhume that certain resource whenever you're trying. Because if you're digging for bodies, you can't find the body right away, so you might not find it. So you're exhuming to get, you get the resources, and then when you finally get enough resources, you can cobble them together to function as a person, to exonerate them. And then you have to take this back to your home planet. Everyone has a home planet, that's where they start on. And then you're going to exterminate, no, explore, we already did that. Exhume, I did that. Excommunicate? No, that's dumb. No. Words that start with X. Go. Ignore my YouTube thing. Extraordinary, extracular, exhibit, expressionism, exhibit. Exhibit. Ooh, I like exhibits. I already did excommunicate. No, I didn't. Extragalactic, planetary. We're going to do exhibition. So the last X is exhibition. So now we've made it to where we are actually going to... Oh, look at that. All right, so change of plans. We're not bounty hunters. We are bounty hunters, but we are working for an intergalactic museum. And we are trying to be the best museum, and we're trying to create a museum planet. And that's our civilization, is this museum planet. And those are the 4 X's. We're off track here. But we are going to explore to try to get various resources and try to do things. We're going to exhume to try to find the artifacts. Now we can find artifacts and people. Along the way, we can exonerate, which is going to be taking things away from someone. I think that's going to be our version of exterminate. And then we are going to put them on exhibit. So we can only put things on exhibit. If you put something on exhibit you have stolen, you get bonus points. And excuse me. So that's our civilization. Each planet is a intergalactic museum planet, and you're trying to be the best intergalactic planet civilization. because that's how it works, because these fucking planets, what are you gonna do? And so there we are. So we have the static board, we have the cards that we're still gonna do. Each card will let you do a different thing. You're trying to get resources to put together exhibits, X to the Z exhibits, to put them on your, I don't know how we're gonna exhume. I don't really know how that works. This has officially gone off the rails. I don't have any kind, you know what? And then we're gonna call the whole thing Project Incentive, because you're trying to get your thing. This is really bad. It took such a simple thing and I caved. I couldn't figure it out. So yeah, I think, you know, I like this idea. It's kind of cool, I guess. And then so, ladies and gentlemen, that was fucking terrible. They can't all be winners, can they? Maybe it'll be a little bit better next time, but I doubt it. Okay, man, that was bad. Well, at least I got all these bad ideas out of my system for next time, so next time it might be even better. Who knows? Peace out.